If you don't understand the rules of money, you will work for it your entire life. While the rich use those same rules to get richer doing nothing. Most people are trapped in a system they don't even realize exists. They trade time for money, get taxed the hardest, and still can't break free because they were never taught how the wealthy really play the game. Today, I'm exposing the hidden rules of money the top 1% live by, the rules they don't teach in school and don't want you to figure out. Watch this video to the end, your future depends on it. Rule number 1, money is a game and you're being played. Most people treat money emotionally. They work harder, save a little, and hope it's enough. But the wealthy, they treat money like a strategy game. They study tax codes, leverage, and systems. If you don't know the rules, you're the one funding their lifestyle. Think about it. While you're stressing over bills and pinching pennies, the rich are moving their money like chess pieces. They're not working harder, they're working smarter. They understand that money has its own language, its own logic, and if you can't speak that language, you're always going to be on the outside looking in. Your move: start treating money logically, not emotionally. Learn how money flows, where it hides, and how it's multiplied. This isn't about becoming cold or heartless. It's about understanding the game so you can play it to win. Rule number 2, time is not money. Assets, or you've been told time is money. That's a lie. If time equals money, the poor should be rich. They sell 40 to 60 hours a week. But look around. Does that add up? The rich don't sell time. They buy or build assets, real estate, stocks, businesses, digital products that produce income whether they work or not. While you're trading hours for dollars, they're setting up systems that make money while they sleep. Think about it. A business owner doesn't just make money when they're at the office. Their business keeps running, keeps earning, even when they're on vacation. That's the power of assets. Your move: stop focusing on income. Start focusing on building income-producing assets. If you don't own assets, you're a slave to every paycheck. Start small if you have to, but start building or buying assets that work for you. Rule number 3, the tax code is built for owners, not workers. Here's a truth bomb. Employees are taxed first, spend last. Business owners spend first, get taxed on what's left. That's not illegal. That's the structure. Wealthy people use companies, real estate depreciation, trusts, and tax shelters not because they're rich, but because they understand the system. They know how to make the tax code work for them, not against them. Think about it. When you get your paycheck, taxes are already taken out. But a business owner, they can reinvest in their business, write off expenses, and only pay taxes on what's left. It's a completely different game. Your move: start a business, even a small one. Learn how to legally write off expenses, reduce tax liability, and redirect that money into investments. You don't need to become a tax expert overnight, but you need to start thinking like an owner, not just an employee. Rule number 4, debt is not bad. Ignorance is poor. People fear debt. Wealthy people use debt to build empires. They borrow cheap money to buy appreciating assets that have cash flow. That's called leveraged investing. You're taught to use debt to buy liabilities of phones, cars, vacations. They use debt to buy freedom. While you're paying interest on depreciating assets, they're using debt to acquire assets that pay them. Think about it. A $300,000 mortgage on a rental property that generates $2,000 a month. That's good debt. A $50,000 car loan that costs you $500 a month. That's bad debt. One builds wealth, the other drains it. Your move: study good debt versus bad debt. Leverage is a tool. Used wrong, it kills you. Used right, it makes you unstoppable. Start looking at debt as a potential ally, not just an enemy to be avoided at all costs. Rule number 5, the game is rigged, and so you must rig it back. The system favors capital, not labor. Ownership, not effort. The wealthy don't hustle harder. They set up systems that hustle for them. And here's the part no one tells you: you don't need to be born rich. You just need to stop playing by poor people's rules. The game might be rigged, but that doesn't mean you can't learn to play it to your advantage. Think about it. The richest people in the world didn't get there by working 9-to-5 jobs. They created or invested in systems that generate wealth. They own pieces of the economy, not just jobs within it. Your move shifts your mindset from consumer to producer, from worker to owner. Start with what you have. Build something small. Learn the rules. Master the game. It's not about working harder in the system, it's about creating your own system. Now, let's break this down even further. The wealthy understand that money is just a tool, a means to an end. They don't chase money, they chase opportunities. They know that real wealth comes from ownership and control, not from a paycheck. Consider this: every time you buy a product, you're making someone else richer. But when you create a product or own a piece of a company, you're the one getting richer. It's a fundamental shift in thinking that separates the wealthy from everyone else. The rich also understand the power of compound interest, not just in financial terms, but in terms of knowledge and connections. They invest in themselves, constantly learning and expanding their networks. Each new skill, each new contact, compounds over time, creating exponential growth in opportunities and wealth. They also know that risk is not something to be avoided, but something to be managed. While the average person tries to play it safe, the wealthy take calculated risks. They understand that without risk, there's no reward, but they're smart about it. They don't gamble, they invest. Another key principle the wealthy live by is the importance of multiple income streams. They don't rely on just one source of income, they diversify, creating various ways for money to flow into their lives. This not only increases their wealth but also provides security. If one stream dries up, they have others to fall back on. The wealthy also understand the power of patience and long-term thinking. While most people are focused on immediate gratification, the rich are playing the long game. They're willing to delay satisfaction now for much greater rewards in the future. This applies to everything from investments to business strategies. Moreover, the wealthy know that money is attracted to value. They focus on creating value in the marketplace, solving problems, and meeting needs. They know that if they can do this effectively, the money will follow. It's not about chasing money. It's about attracting it through the value you provide. Lastly, the rich understand the importance of financial education. They don't leave their financial future in someone else's hands. They take the time to understand money, markets, and economics. They're constantly learning, adapting, and improving their financial strategies. If you follow the rules the poor live by, you stay broke, no matter how hard you work. But if you learn and apply the rules the wealthy follow, your life transforms even if you're starting from zero. Understand this: money doesn't care where you start. It only flows to those who play the game well. It's not about where you come from, it's about where you're going and how you get there. This is Rise from Zero, where we don't just talk about money, we build real freedom. Watch to the end. Your future depends on it. It's time to stop playing by the rules that keep you stuck and start embracing the principles that can truly change your financial future. Remember, wealth is not just about having money. It's about having options, freedom, and the ability to live life on your own terms. It's about breaking free from the rat race and creating a life of true abundance. So, are you ready to learn the real rules of money? Are you prepared to challenge everything you thought you knew about wealth and success? It's time to rise from zero and start building the life you've always dreamed of. The game of money is waiting for you to play and win.